good luck, have fun. It's ready as well. Okay. A gold division matchup. We have here Lith versus Shortcake. It's should be like by week 4, things should have stabilized quite a bit. So I pretty much do agree with these tiers. I think most people are in an accurately representative tier right now. And it's probably going to stay that way. There'll definitely be some people who shift for the end of the season, but as is, this is how it currently is. It do be like this. Ew, a bit of choice divergence here in the weapon. We got the base cat and the gold flail. I think I like the gold flail better because you probably do want to swap off the base cat unless you find like Ring of Pain or something. Ring of War or Ring of Might, one of those rings. Or Boots of Pain too. But the gold flail lets you break open crates and stuff. If you can get, yeah. If you can get some good gold kills as well. Bit of Hargreaves here. That's with a pretty interesting kill for armor and ballet shoes. Okay. This is like kind of a Squigga suit. Not anymore. Okay, Shortcake will leave the Hargreaves behind, but Lith will take the Hargreaves. Yeah. No, and here's a Squigga suit. Okay. Meanwhile, on Shortcake's side, there is a Blood Shrine. That is, kind of insulting. Like, with going for a shopkeeper kill, replacing one of the items on the same floor, and like 2 floors later, replacing the other item, so... We have a Courage Cat here. Oh boy. It's a 1 damage Courage Cat, which isn't really all too good. You know, Shortcake... We'll probably tap... Yeah, you probably do tap. It's a Obsidian Broadsword. There goes the Gold Flail. Like, you probably definitely do want to switch to Obsidian Broadsword anyways. Yeah, I suppose Lith is banking on a ring that goes well with this base cat, but... Right now, Courage isn't really one of them. Having a bit of time with the trapdoor room there. Yeah, 1 damage cat is not good. It's pretty bad with Courage as well, because you are gonna be desperately... Like, in order to use Courage well, you have to kill a lot, and you can't really kill a lot if you're on 1 damage, and Lith having a bit of time there will just get tarred next to a Dark Golem. And yeah, I mean... That was pretty much just not having damage up on Cat Courage. So, a pretty risky play there to not just tap the Thanking Shrine. Especially after getting Squigga suited. And look, it's a food shop that Lith is missing out on. It's a pretty good one as well. The chicken and a full heart. So Shortcake is in pretty good spot. So weapon with one for courage, yeah. Oh, here's pink shovel as well for Shortcake. Can afford it. So we'll just purchase it. And is taking the backpack. Yeah. For Lith right now, it does not look good. And some cookies. Make sure you don't get backpacked on these cookies. Shortcake has enough health that it probably won't end up mattering. And also... the Ring of Regen, of course. Oh, and getting Leprechaun! Courage digging into that, which will... make the Leprechaun go away, but at least you don't lose any money. That's the third time I've seen someone courage into a Leprechaun, and it's all within the past, like, couple of days. So, don't know why that's all of a sudden happening so much more often, but it's probably just a case of sample size. Transmute Tums for Shortcake. We'll leave this behind. And now the items in the backpack have swapped, so make sure you keep track of that. Yeah, I think you leave drum behind and go for... just use the transmutes on the drum, might as well. That's what I probably would have done. Don't know what Lep would do there. Yeah, for some reason, I've seen it 3 times now. 2 times with the pink shovel and 1 time with the courage ring. And here's a very nice potion coming in. Shortcake is in a really, really good spot. Lith does not have too much to push back against this. Yeah, I am not good at Blood Drum. I don't value it highly at all because I cannot use it well. So, definitely understand where you're coming from there. I sometimes just forget it as well. Which seems to be a thing that has happened way too many times for me this season. As in, like, twice. Oh, Shortcake goo, please. Okay, it's fine. Oh, just nomming all of those cookies. Yeah, health is very valuable. And having that cushion of not dying is very nice to have. Yeah, Lith on half heart, but hanging in there on the run back. Not going quite fast enough, though. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, definitely. But a big place for improvement is just not dying a bit more. Lith definitely has like some pretty incredible pace. It's just that it comes at the cost of playing a bit too risky a lot of the time. And this will be a right side spawn for Deadbringer, which means Shortcake will do the easy left side scoots. I think so too. I've heard a lot of people say that you should just go all out in racing and not be safe, because that's how you improve quickly. But I wouldn't know. I do not employ that philosophy. But it seems pretty sound. I just call, yeah. It's been a very call season. Actually, the past season has also been a pretty call season, but I did do a pretty significant number of races, just not as much as they called, probably. And this season, definitely. Did not put too much in as a competitor. Just not really feeling it. GG's to Shortcake, taking the first point. Let me take out my retainers, they are affecting my ability to talk. Alrighty then. Yeah, Lith, getting stuck with a pretty bad build there. And couldn't right the ship. The ship was just turning the wrong way, then it kept turning the wrong way even more. And eventually it hit an iceberg. Yep, definitely. It was pretty much decided how bad the build was. Hello there, Shawana. Yeah. There's like 3 rings that would have been okay out of that shrine, but it was the ring you don't want. One of the rings that affected you pretty negatively. But definitely had the potential to turn that build from a bad build to a good build with a few good item finds, but yeah, getting stuck with a build like that will definitely, if not cost time, just... blowing herself up, okay. Oh yeah, Frost would have worked too, Regent, yeah, there's quite a number of rings that would have worked, but it happened to be Courage, which, unfortunately. Split Shop has the torture balls. That's probably the only item you really need out of this. Early gold weapon's pretty nice. Here we have another whip. But yeah, it's a gold whip, and here's also an obsidian weapon, but it's another whip. That's disappointing. Yeah. I think you definitely go weapon then. Like, base cat just isn't too good unless you already know that you have the items to go with it. Taking base cat and hoping for the items to go with it later is generally not gonna end all too well, but it can definitely pay off. With going for wrist charm damage, yeah. Pretty spicy. Oh, we have a kill for Shortcake for Crown of Thorns and Pink Shovel. That's a pretty solid kill. You get an early source of regen and mapping. So, a good kill to start things off. Because you definitely do want those items. Okay, Shortcake doing a good job at managing Not to get cornered here. Meanwhile, Lith has checked black for the phasing dagger, which is a pretty nice weapon. We'll keep phasing dagger over obsidian longsword. I say those two weapons are about equal right now, given the rest of the build. Taking up, yeah, I guess. I guess just to see what it is. I don't know. Yeah, at half a heart though. I would definitely take the safety of the longsword right now. But Lith seems to be confident with one range. It's a confidence thing. But not only that, I mean, just longsword is one of the safest weapon types out there. Hello there, Koopy. Hopslong is one of the best weapons for Nova build, yeah. I can definitely see that. It's very good, yeah. It's damaging and safe, which is often lacking when you are this early in a seed and you haven't really found anything. Hello, Evtet. I don't really have a choice, Koopy. Whether I like it or not, it's happening. We have a perfectly synchronized resell tank. So yeah, Lith is lacking a lot that Shortcake has. Namely, the Ring of Regen, the Crown of Thorns, put it in some regen. Regen's super powerful in racing. It not only is safety, but is speed. And Shortcake has it in abundance here. Ooh, Klappa here, okay. Good freeze to manage the situation. Going for a blood freeze. This is pretty interesting, but understandably so. And going for a blood drum for the facing dagger here. Yeah, very nice. Lith is still trying to find a build. Has been on half a heart for quite a while. This glass armor will definitely help though. That is mana freeze. But yeah, I don't think that's enough. Meanwhile, Shortcake has swapped off of freeze. Has a choice of cells here. Yeah, you probably keep shield free. Okay. Well, just taking hits. Yeah, use your spells. I severely underestimated how dangerous that situation was, so that's kind of understandable. There didn't seem to be any too hard-hitting enemies around there besides the Ghoulam, and it wasn't the Ghoulam that caused the death. Yeah, no armor there. Yeah, Harpies do 1.5 hearts, but they die in one hit, so, and they just generally don't seem all too harmless. But yeah, if you get hit by them, they stop being harmless, obviously. Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm saying. Lith, meanwhile, still rolling with half a heart, so it's far from over. He's been getting some pretty incredible value out of this wrist charm, though. Yeah, heavy glass armor, though, after killing that shopkeeper. But obviously wants to find some kind of healing. But this is fine. Titanium Rapier swap off, along with just risk being active. I guess if you do find food, you don't want to eat it right away, because you got the heavy glass as you covered. But yeah. Mana freeze is very nice. Here we go, just freeze fireball. Look at how long this freeze lasts, it's kind of ridiculous. Missing out on the shield. So we'll keep the Fireball, which is not as good of a spell, but it's still Mana Fireball. Meanwhile, Lith going for Helmet. Maybe Telecrown or something in this Transmog. I don't know. Yeah, not jumping onto the item right away. It could be Thorns. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Some cookies. Okay, let's all just eat them here. I mean, stop getting the wrist damage up, but you really don't want to rely on wrist damage up. But it would have been fine to keep that up, because the heavy glass. Alright, Mana Freeze. That is way more important than just a bit of damage with this Titanium Rapier. That is very, very true. Oh, can you please kill enemies? Please kill enemies. You don't need to slow play. You know? Yeah, or freeze. But that's 2 hits off the heavy glass, but it's fine. The cookies are up, but that's like probably more than half of your health gone there. Depending on what kind of hits you take, of course, but man, please kill enemies. Use freeze, kill enemies, I don't know. You got the time to do it. Shortcake is pulling up a pretty good run back, but still a decent amount of space to go. Yeah, use freeze to kill enemies. Oh, Shortcake taking a dunk on the run back. Yeah, that is true. With Mana Ring. Yeah, Mana Freeze is like really busted. And you want to just use that. Not to push, but just for safety, and you'll be like super, super safe. In Zone 5 especially. Oh, okay, there goes the last hit of Heavy Glass. I do not like seeing that. Skeletons are not frozen when you hit them. Even if they are frozen when you do hit them, they become unfrozen. So, yeah, a lot of unnecessary hits here. Less missing out on, like, Mana Shield is fine. But needs to lean in on this freeze probably a bit more and just be a bit more safe. Because it's still pushing pretty hard, like probably too hard. Shopkeeper Familiar is not gonna do much. It's gonna heal you after you defeat the Necrodancer. Excellent. So that's exactly what Lith needs. Doing butt puzzles, that's a bit too far. Not doing butt puzzles, separating Dorian. Never mind, definitely has enough mobs, it's all good. So Mimosa for it. That's a good point. Okay. Mana Freeze coming out. You can't just keep bonking the Minotaur while it's frozen, sadly. Yeah, I was like... Okay, I was going in like, okay, Lith has like 4 bombs, I think, and then I saw Lith doing butt puzzle, and I'm like, okay, maybe not enough bombs. But then actually, yeah, enough bombs. Okay, there it is, last hit on the Necrodancer, very nice. Second point of the set going to Lith. 1158.25. GG's. Not even letting Shop Bro get the gold. Oh, might as well just throw Shot Pro out there commemoratively. Let's saying, I don't know why I was so spooked at the end, something about having half heart the whole run. Yeah. You can pretty see the spooky play there. Being a bit scared. That's fine. I think, when... It's also a skill, like, it's a skill just to not be spooked and play confidently at all times, but it's also another skill to recognize that you are not having the best of times right now, you're a little scared, and to make decisions to complement that instead of just continuing to play as if you were confident. And it's kind of a double-edged sword if you try to do that. Because, like, if it goes well, you might just be able to regain your confidence, but if it doesn't go well, it starts to become even worse. Yeah, slow play with no armor is always spooky, yep. Everything without armor is spooky. Like, it's a bad thing to play scared and unconfidently. But what are you gonna do about it? You need to recognize that situation, that's the situation that you're in, and then work around that instead of trying to just do the same thing that you've been doing. Of course it's different for everybody, whatever works for you. This is like very much depends on what kind of person you are and how you race. Shortcake, trying to corner this leprechaun here. Okay, we'll be successful. Picking up the lucky charm. So both races will spend a bomb to pick up a potion. Coda strats, yeah, Shortcake has a Coda clear. So 100% knows the Coda strats. It's funny how you can see, like different racers' skill sets sometimes shine through. Like Kurash just sometimes also pulls out the Coda strats, and like, that's definitely a Coda strat. Or I've seen a few times with Lith doing something that is very score runner-y. I'm like, oh yeah, Lith is doing that. That's such a score runner thing to do. But that's so good and creative, yeah. Yeah, Ochre as well and Biggie. I think Biggie though is just like like things that are just normal to Biggie are just crazy to me. I was like, oh, you can do that? Meanwhile for Biggie, it's like, yeah, I've done this like 10 times already. Yeah, let's not taking Jaw. Even Jaw's a bit too much, especially after the previous race. Putting it into context a bit. With finishing off that previous race pretty shakily. And is probably taking a bit of that into this race as well. Jaw's pretty good since you have the potion. This is... yeah, but this is gold tier. And I think just in general, in gold tier, you just shouldn't take the Jaw. Because a lot of gold tier... Gold tier is when you start needing to put up a decent pace, but it's still a lot about just staying alive. Lith letting you down, yeah. Knowing Lith's plays though, it definitely wouldn't be too uncharacteristic to pick that up. Yep, yeah. Running glass builds is pretty customary. Heavy glass for Shortcake here. It will be free thanks to the darkness. Okay. Ooh, nice staff hits there for Shortcake. Think Shortcake just knew about. Well, I mean, if you have a Ring of Darkness, they're kind of more inclined to just head to shops. And most of the time it'll suck, but this is like one of the few times where it massively pays off. How's this a gold race? Gold race is kind of real. Gold tier's kind of real good, man. Just like Conduit, just everyone's just good. But yeah. So both races roll in with the glass builds. Shortcake will keep the glass staff. You probably do. You don't want to be at 1 damage in zone 3. And that gold rapier, it does 2 damage sometimes and 999 damage some other times, but practically speaking, you can think of it as a 1 damage weapon in a lot of cases. Take the holster and rapier. Oh, there's a holster? Okay, yeah. Then if there's a holster, then and a weapon in the shop, just take it. I didn't see the holster there. Shortcake might have not seen that either. Here's a blood cat. Another 1 damage weapon. You don't want to be in 1 damage. So that's that. Shortcake spending a bomb. Okay. Let's push in very well here. Getting a bit really snagged on that beetle though, and a bit of tall sprites. I'm like, what is Lith hitting? But yeah, getting tall sprited there, but it will just cost a bit of confusion, a freeze, and a bit of time. Better than taking a dumb hit from some tall sprite shenanigans. Spirit is safe against tall sprites mostly, yeah. That is true. Have staff in zone 4 for Shortcake with darkness too. Oh no. Has freeze ready to go. I think you just don't use your spells here. Just keep freeze ready for when you really need it. It's like one of the few cases where you shouldn't use your spells. But it's fine. You got the heal spell if you do want to use your spells for speed, but I'm not personally. If I were racing, I wouldn't be nearly comfortable enough to do that. There's darkness. Oh, jeez. There goes staff. I don't. At least we're off staff, but this is an even worse situation. That was just like. Have an ogre hit from darkness, and also a wall pig with darkness. A bit of blood magic there, yeah. Okay, Shortcake's handling this very well. Still not coughing the potion. That was a very hairy situation, and will cost Shortcake a lot of time. Lith, meanwhile, with an Obsidian Rapier. Don't... Obsidian Rapier is pretty dang hard to run. If you're watching Showcase earlier today, then you would hear about that discussion. Yeah, I have no clue where that came from. It's somewhere. But yeah, I don't know who to favor here. Probably Lith. Like, definitely Lith, actually. Actually, no, Lith's health is kinda low. But Shortcake's weapon is nothing, pretty much. Throw double bomb strat for Shortcake. Very nicely done. Oh, for an Obsidian Longsword, that's pretty good. Lith has mostly caught up, though. And has better speed potential, potentially? I don't know. Doesn't have the Darkness, but does have the Obsidian Rapier, and doesn't have a lot of health to work with. So it's kind of a toss-up here. Depends how... This is very much depending on how good these racers play Zone 5, more than the build. Yeah, Lith on half a heart. Shortcake, meanwhile, not going all too fast. Oh, nice iframes there. Good job with that. But yeah, this is down to how well the racers play Zone 5 and the final bosses. Lith is on half a heart, which is not a fun time to be at, but is still playing pretty well, considering that. Definitely not nearly as well as if Lith had more health. Okay. Deadringer will go fine there for Shortcake. Okay, bit of a freeze for Deadringer, but we'll be able to flawless. Half a heart left for Lith. Yeah, using Dino damage there with the drum, that was That's just... Yeah, that did not even cross my mind. That's kind of crazy. Ah, getting fireballed. And there's the last hit for Shortcake. Well, that's really rude. Yeah, I did not know that was a thing either. Well then. Shortcake finishing this one off with 1117.61, going 2-1 over Lith. But some very good plays from both racers. Like Lith going pretty close to do death quite a few times, but managed to hang on and still play very well, even considering that. You learn something new about this game every day, smiley face. Oh yeah. GG's to Shortcake. Some good plays from both racers, and a very, skill-wise, a very closely matched race.